Hi, this is Deborah Kelsey here. It's another day, Friday's here, and I was bitching a little bit yesterday about everything, a lot of things that was on my mind, and I have a right to speak what's on my mind. Um, and anyhow, getting back to, I was saying something about drugs and addiction. The thing about is, okay, people put too much emphasis on the drugs, and the thing about it is, while drugs definitely can cause things to happen when you take them. The thing about it is, it's the people when they pick up those pills or shoot up the drugs. I mean, nobody's making you do it, okay? You're doing it because you're under stress, someone else is doing it, and there's so many things stress-wise that can cause it, like various types of work that you do. I mean, you can clean bathrooms and do it. I mean, it's the person that's prone to addiction. If you're prone to addiction, if you do it because your friends do it. And the thing about it is, a lot of the it, a lot of this could stem from mental illness. I mean, if you look at your bloodline, if you look at your genetic history, you can see that there's a family history of mental illness, bipolar, schizophrenia, and it usually runs in the family. I mean, there's always somebody in that family that's going to get hit with I call it the bug, the mental illness. And it's hard for that person to make it in life. And, maybe I had a little bit of jealousy because I always wanted to be a star. I mean, I came to Nashville years ago and wanted to be a country star. And, but I guess it's a good thing because I ended up turning into an alcoholic instead. And I didn't have luck pursuing it because I didn't realize that, at the time that I was suffering mania. But there's a long stem of mental history in my family that made me prone for that type of behavior under stress. And then there's people that they can make it in the music business. They can go to Hollywood and be in movies, and they never ever even smoked a cigarette. So it wasn't like I was pinpointing things directly on famous people or anything. However, it does bother me about the picture situation. People shouldn't get aggravated if they get their picture taken, no matter what. But anyhow, so you're born with it. You're born with this mental disorder that is triggered from bloodline to bloodline genetic. Okay, or you can just all of a sudden it can hit you like a ton of bricks and you get all this stress. You lost your job, okay, and that doesn't, you don't necessarily have to have a mental illness deficiency, mental illness problems in the family, but you can lose your job all of a sudden. You can have a death in the family, and boom, automatically. I mean, that's trauma. Any type of trauma can make you go to the bottle or make you shoot up, make you try pills, whatever you can just to calm your nerves. But I know people, and someone in my family, for instance, and he's blessed. We've had a couple deaths in our family, and he never had to drink. He never had to take medicine or anything to calm his nerves. At my mother's funeral, I smoked a whole pack of cigarettes, and I don't know how I survived it. Man, I just kept drinking and drinking bottles, binge drinking, and I started going on binge drinking, and that's what ruined my liver. And so I suffer that today. So the only thing left in my life is to do this type of work. I'll be 56 years old this year, and right now a custodian, and this isn't what I wanted to do in my life. I wanted to be an artist, but I it was a lot of stress for me with that. And come to find out later on in life, because I was in denial of anything was wrong with me. I didn't even know I was alcoholic till I was in my late 40s. So that's a long time to not realize. And then I realized that I had bipolar, I had the mania, and I had a depression. So it was like either high or low. And so, yes, my mother and my aunt's cousins, A lot of my relatives have been genetically influenced by this, and this is a horrible thing to go through. People just don't understand how bad bipolar really is. It's just a horrible thing for a person to have to suffer. I mean, a person shouldn't have to suffer shouldn't have to suffer the mood things. Like 1 minute, you're so high, you don't know what to do. It's horrible, and then boom, within the same minute, the same 1 minute thing, you can go right down being depressed. I mean, it's just a big drastic. When you're a mood swing like that, it's just horrible. It is so horrible, and nothing really has to cause it. But if it's inherited in your family to have it, then someone is going to get it in the family. It's just like diabetes. Okay, I didn't get diabetes. My two sisters have diabetes. My one sister passed away, had it, and my brother has it. Okay, it's cancer. Somebody is going to get hit with some kind of disorder in their lives. And anyhow, thanks for listening, and I just wanted to speak on my mind because I don't want people to have any thinking I have all this hatred or resentment toward any type of stars and blame. I understand how addiction is, but that you have to put the emphasis a lot on the people and their history, their past, their mind, their chemistry, before you start putting all of it on the medicine. Because like I said, nobody made them take the first drink. Nobody made them take them pills. And the thing about it is, but now that you have that problem, whoever it may be, you have to deal with it. You have to get on medicine to try to cope with that. Medicine that's not addicting, that medicine's not going to make you sick. And a lot of antidepressants are really good for that. And I will say antidepressants really helped me. I mean, it's amazing how good those drugs are. And I'm getting tired of people talking bad things about antidepressants because, listen, if I didn't take the antidepressants when I did, God knows what would have happened. I mean, I would have probably ended my life. I mean, and I'm serious, and I really give them antidepressants credit for managing my bipolar, and so you got to seek help. You got to admit that what's going on with you. Okay, there's no sense to live like this, okay? There isn't, all right? And anyhow, take care, God bless, and peace to everybody, and I hope everybody listens to what I gotta say. I mean, I think it is some words of wisdom at my age. You learn it as you get older anyhow. Okay, take care, bye.